Hey y'all. For today's topic, I need to talk about shipping. Does free shipping really get more sales on Etsy? That's my dilemma. My name is Cheryl and I run a very small handmade business called Hag-a-needle Handmade Creations. Um, I've been thinking a lot about shipping lately. I have a bunch of notes that I took and some research that I did. Uh, I know shipping rates went up and I offer free shipping. I feel like Etsy at one point pushed it, made it to where you thought if you didn't offer free shipping, your items wouldn't get seen. But I really don't think that's the case after digging into this a little bit more. Um, most all of my products are free shipping, but my dilemma is, should you keep free shipping and up your prices to help cover the shipping costs? Because that's where I was at, but I'm not there anymore. I haven't raised my prices in probably 4 years, maybe. Or do you keep your prices the same and charge shipping? Do you charge calculated shipping or a fixed price shipping? That is my dilemma. I would love input from everybody on what they do or what they think. As a buyer, what would you do? I would really appreciate it. This video won't be a video about me telling you what you should do. I'm basically here to ask for help. I feel stuck in between what to do, what's right, what's wrong, and I just want some input. Let me give you a little background of what I'm making. I make small crochet crossbody cell phone purses, and they weigh approximately 4 ounces. That's with I use a poly mailer, which is 9 by 6 by 1, and used to I could ship those. Well, that's been a while back, for like 350 almost anywhere. And then it started gradually going up. The cheapest I can ship it anywhere is like 550, and that is really, really eating into any profit that I make. I think when I first started, way back in the day, I always did have calculated shipping, and then I decided later on that I would go to free shipping. I would just put it into the price of my item. And now I don't feel like that's working. I'm just stuck between knowing whether to raise the price of my items or charge shipping. That's where I'm stuck. So what brought about this video was last night I was getting several packages ready to ship out today, and two of them were the small crossbody purses, 4 ounces. One I think was going to Georgia and it was $5.40, and the other one was going to California and it was 807 or 804. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? So I got on Pirate Ship just to see if there's a glitch in Etsy or something, and no, it was the same price. And that's when I started diving into this cost of shipping that's going on. I know some destinations cost more, but like I said, I think the most I've ever paid lately, I think this all changed. I have it in my notes. It was in July of this year to the different zones. July 12th that it changed, and it has really hurt my pocket. But it's like, I mean, can I not include California, or can I just put in a higher shipping for, I don't know. See, that's where I'm stuck. I'm more leaning towards upping my price and seeing how that goes for a while. Or I'm a little bit leaning towards that, but that's, another thing. And like UPS keeps upping their prices. July 12th, USPS rate restructuring drastically changed sub-pound shipping. They eliminated the cheaper 4-ounce and 8-ounce commercial pricing tiers. Published commercial rates now treat all packages under 16 ounces exactly the same as a 15.99-ounce package, which, combined with recent surcharges, pushes the baseline cost to $5.50 or higher. I did find that on the internet. So when I was looking at where I'm actually shipping my items to, the highest places are Nevada and California so far. That's just been since July. I didn't do like the whole year or anything like that. I also went through Etsy and I typed in my niche, and there's 64 different shops on the first page. Out of those 64, it was half. 32 was free shipping and 32 were charge shipping. Out of the 4 that get the very top, those 4 and Etsy Pick One were all charge shipping. So, do you all remember when Etsy pushed for everyone to give free shipping? I did notice on the people who are charging shipping kept the $35 or more for free shipping. Now I feel like I would do that. So I know their prices are higher than mine, so I know they've worked their shipping into their price. And that's why I'm kind of leaning towards that, because these sellers were much bigger than me, so they have had to have figured something out. So the question is, will charging shipping hurt my sales? That's the biggest question. I don't know about if I list my item at $16.99 and add $5.50 shipping on it. Does the customer, when you're scrolling through, see the $16.99, or do they see $22.49 under, when you're scrolling through underneath your picture? So that's another thing. I don't know. I tried looking that up, and from what I can tell, you're seeing your asking price, not the asking price plus shipping. When I'm on Etsy, I don't look for free shipping. I search for what I want. And when I'm on their actual listing, I will scroll down and check their listing to see if it's free or charged, to see how much it's going to be for. I know whenever your items are listed for free shipping, it's right there for everyone to see. You don't even have to click on the listing. So will that make people not want to buy because they don't see the free shipping on there? Or does a lower price and then you add shipping? I think I'm making this out to be more than what it really is. I just know I have to change something, because by the time you pay shipping, your materials, Etsy fees, and all the other stuff, getting $5 out of a product is not, it's not worth, that doesn't even come close to covering labor. Whereas before, I could get my cost, or I could get it at least a little over $10, and that was with offering free shipping. And I think I touched on this. Do I lower my price? Do I keep the prices exactly where they are? Do I charge actual shipping? Do I use flat shipping rates? Do I offer free shipping over a certain dollar amount? Do I offer free shipping on some products but not others? I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best for my business. But I would love to hear the input of what other people are doing. I know I've said this a million times throughout the this video here. I think I'm just frustrated, and I want my customers to be happy, but I don't want to overcharge people. If I did a flat rate shipping, it would probably be under, let's say I did a $5 flat rate shipping, that's going to be under uh, um, my normal shipping cost, because there are some, if I mail them in my same state, they are $5.28. So yeah, another dilemma. Okay, I just wanted to add that I do not want to make any money off of shipping. So that's why I was thinking of doing just a flat rate shipping, possibly of $5, because everything is over $5 to ship. And then I could absorb the 50 cents to $1 to $2. I can absorb that because I don't want to make anything. I don't want to overcharge on shipping and make money off of that, if that makes sense. But I do want to hear from other handmade sellers or buyers out there. Um, do you offer free shipping? Do you charge shipping? Um, have you ever switched from free shipping to charging shipping? Did your sales change? Do you use calculated shipping or flat rate shipping? Do you build shipping into your product price? That's if you could just help me out here. I'm really struggling with this for some reason. I don't I really don't know why I'm struggling with it, but I think I was just so frustrated last night when I got ready to get that shipping label for the one going to California, that I was like, holy cow, that's going to leave me with, if I'm lucky, five, $4 or $5. And to me, that's just crazy. Um, I did go through, I do have a couple that are calculated shipping, and that's because the prices are pretty low. And I knew if I offered free shipping, I would be paying someone to actually buy it. So I did have a couple of my low priced ones. And I did go through and change a bigger purse of mine. You can see it in the background right there. I did go through and change that to, I think I did it on a fixed rate, because I forgot to say, I mailed out, see these purses right here? I mailed out one of those today. I think it was going to Florida. It was going to Florida. And it weighed 15.99 ounces in a 12 by 12 by 6 box. And it was cheaper to mail that box than it was the little bitty package going to California. But with the purse that I had here, the shipping didn't hurt me because I had built in a little bit more for the price, because it did take me a little longer to make. My crochet cell phone purses don't take very long to make. So when I took this to the internet and asked for a pricing strategy, it gave me a breakdown of options. So option A was keep the $16.99 and offer free shipping. So the buyer sees in search $16.99. Shipping fees for buyer is $0. So my total revenue is $16.99. And then this is approximate. Then you pay Etsy fees of say $1.50. And then cost to make the item, let's say $3. And the actual cost of shipping, let's say the average is $6.85. My net profit would be $5.64. Option B would be to offer free shipping, but you up your price, you add your shipping into it basically. So $24.99, that would be $16.99 plus the actual shipping, the shipping cost. Etsy fees minus $202 and minus $3 to make it. That would give me a profit of $13.12. Or option C, up the price by $1, charge the buyer actual shipping. It's got it at $5.99. Total revenue $23.98 minus Etsy fees minus the cost minus the shipping. Then I'm making $12.17. So what I did also was I compared my prices to the other sellers, and I am a little bit lower than some. So I feel like I'm almost leaning towards, I'm stuck between upping my price to absorb shipping or going up $1 and charging shipping. And now that I've gone through that little list, I think I'm almost to option C, where I haven't, like I said before, I haven't upped my prices in forever. So I think I'm almost to option C, where I charge actual shipping because I know exactly the packages I'm using, the weight it's going to be, and all that. So I can do actual shipping costs. That part is starting to sound just a little bit better. Also, when digging into this and looking up Etsy for getting your listings not buried, it does say, I had asked a question, do you think offering free shipping on Etsy actually makes more sales? And my answer was yes. Etsy's own current information says free shipping can lead to more purchases, but there is an important distinction for your situation. Etsy currently says shoppers are 20% more likely to complete a purchase when the items ship for free. Etsy also says its data shows free delivery leads to a higher purchase rate. However, Etsy also says that shipping prices under $6 are prioritized in US search, and that listings with free shipping are included in that group. So, you don't necessarily have to choose between free shipping and good search visibility. A listing charging, say, $5.50 shipping can still fall under the threshold. Another dilemma. So now what do you do? I was leaning towards option C. Now I'm thinking of option C with a twist. Up my price by $1. Charge a fixed rate shipping. And I'm still in search visibility, according to my research. Don't quote me on that. I hope you've made it this far because I really, really do need your input. I looked everywhere on YouTube to see if I could find anybody that could give me a video or an answer to how others do this. And the only thing I could really find, I did find one guy, but it was over 9 months ago. And right now it didn't really pertain because shipping prices were a little lower. But he did have some really good information in it, but not what I was looking for. All the other videos were basically how to set up free shipping on Etsy. Well, I didn't need that. I need to know if free shipping and charging shipping would hurt your business, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And that's where I came up with this idea. This isn't my normal. Normally I'm making something or showing you something, doing my sewing or crocheting, but this has just been weighing a lot on my mind since last night. I couldn't even fall asleep last night trying to, after I did the shipping and I went, I also, if you don't know, I work out of my she shed. I went in the house, to wind down, get ready for bed, and I couldn't. I sat on the computer for 2 hours and did all kinds of research. I couldn't fall asleep last night. This morning when I came out here before I go to my day job, I was on the computer researching, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do a video to see if anybody else is stuck between this free shipping or not free shipping. When I shop, I don't look for free shipping. I'm looking for the price, and if they charge shipping, I might jot that down and go to a different one, and if to see if I can get a lower price. I feel like it's going to come to either outrageous prices because you're adding in your shipping, or everybody just charging shipping from now on. Surely it can't keep going up higher and higher, but we shall see. If you've made it this far in my video, I really appreciate you. If you could subscribe, give me a thumbs up. For sure, leave me a comment because I need everyone's input I possibly can. I know this video is a little shorter and off track than my normal, but I'm going to end it right here, and I will see you all next Sunday.